IIR presents Data's Anatomy. Evaluating Effectiveness, Season 3, Episode 4, featuring Dan and Daphne, data interns. On this episode, topic, Challenges of Measuring Effectiveness, Importance, Understanding the limitations when multiple strategies are used to attempt to improve student performance.
Hey Daph, quick question. Huh? Not a morning person, a detailed investigation.
Later that day.
The abstract states focus group results indicate that increased lighting, conducive seating, and active learning may improve students' alertness.
I want this work!
Daphne, that journal article was false advertisement. I thought research was supposed to extend the body of knowledge. But I learned nothing about how I could sleep later in the mornings. I did, however, get some ideas for a study on improving success rates in early morning classes.
That's nice. See you tomorrow.
2 weeks later.
Hey Daphne, I just finished analyzing the results from my study on early morning classes. The study group that used my strategies did better than the comparison group.
Wait, what study?
The one I told you about a few weeks ago. Geez, Daph, it's like you never listen to me.
Whatever, Dan. I can't help but hear you. Anyways, remind me about your study.
Remember that article about student alertness?
Sure.
Well, I conducted a study using an 8 a.m. statistics course. The authors suggested improved lighting, so I installed a few stage lights. Next, the authors suggested improved seating, so I brought in ergonomic chairs. Lastly, the authors suggested active learning, so students worked in groups on experiments outside.
You mean you did all three at once?
Yeah, is that a problem?
Yes, a big one. Let's say you're trying to compare two groups. You've got one group, an 8 a.m. stats class. You'll compare that group to another similar group. Ideally, we'd like the groups as similar as possible except for the one strategy you want to study. When you have multiple strategies used at once, there are many differences between the groups. If the group with strategies used performs better, one factor might have contributed to the improvement, or a combination of the factors might have contributed to the improvement.
So I can't say all three of my strategies worked?
Nope. And you've just illustrated one of the biggest challenges in educational research. Often, multiple strategies are implemented at the same time. And because of this, we can't really quantify the effectiveness of any one strategy. The most we can say is that the multiple strategies used may have contributed to an observed improvement.
I still say active learning worked. The students loved going outside and seemed more alert.
Yeah, I'm sure that had nothing to do with the students wanting to escape the painfully bright lights and uncomfortable chairs. Did you actually read the article? The author suggested natural lighting and increased spacing between seats.
Yeah, but my ideas were more creative. Didn't you hear the team go on and on about my creativity in the meeting last week?
No, Dan. That's called sarcasm.
Stay tuned for Season 4.
This is Dan,
And Daphne.
signing out. Gotta run. See you next time.
IIR, slamming the data.
For more information, go to our website. Be sure to check out our existing reports and other helpful videos.
Questions? Contact us at IIR.